Good morning everyone, and welcome to this, my latest video on the continuing downward spiral that this nation is going on as I see it this March the 29th and 30th in the year of our Lord 2009. Stand by for Wise Conservatism, Episode 11. Obama just can't seem to get it through his thick skull, my friends, that what he is doing to this country is wrong and destructive. America was started as a God-fearing and God-worshipping country, and for that matter was essentially the reason that this country got its start in the first place. We wanted religious freedoms to worship as we so choose, something we didn't have in England, and for a long time it has worked. But now we are finding that the liberal Democrats and the liberally biased media of this country, along with Hollywood, have been working hard to undermine that freedom that we have built so comfortably into this country's fabric of life. We are now allowing the one or two in a sea of millions to dictate to us what we can and cannot do, especially when it comes to the Christian religion and the right. And yes, I specified here. Why, you may ask? I shouldn't have to tell you, but I will. Over the last 30 years, and especially over the last 10, we have seen an appalling lack of understanding from our government when it comes to Christianity. The politically correct crowd, and that includes the liberals, have been working hard to push Christianity out of our lives and bring in anything else, and I mean anything. Atheism, terrorism, Islamism, even the radical kind. It doesn't seem to matter what it is. If it is to be brought in, it has to be anything except Christianity or conservatism. So we as Christian Americans find ourselves at odds with our own government a lot of the time. It's the same thing as President Reagan once said, the government is like a baby's alimentary canal, with a healthy appetite at one end and no responsibility at the other. That appetite that our government on the left has to get rid of Christ and Christianity and the right is huge. It will grow until its desired objective is obtained. But what the end result of this will be is to get rid of all forms of responsibility and goodness and consequences if it is successful. They have been actively trying to reprogram us into believing that America is the reason for everything that is going wrong in the world. It doesn't matter what it is, America's at fault. The liberals, if they get caught with their pants down on this one, as they do on everything else they seem to stand for, will back up and start praising God for everything. Yet make no mistake here, people, their God is not our God. Their God is the almighty dollar and the power that they believe is theirs to have in our government. Nothing else matters to the likes of Obama, Pelosi, Reid, Frank, Durbin, Feinstein, Kerry, Murtha, and many of the others in Congress and our government. In my last video, I, along with Rush and many others, proclaimed that with Obama and his policies, now don't leave out those three words, and his policies, I hope he fails. Now on that I still do, because those policies that are embraced by the liberal left and Obama in this country are nothing more than American-hating policies that will do nothing good for this nation. In those policies you can see just how angry the left is. Make no mistake about this, people, this is what they stand for. If caught and found that they are on the wrong side of the people's will, and it may end up hurting their re-election chances, they will lie their way out of this. And the liberal left in this country has had 60+ years of perfecting that lie. And they are good at it. If you just look at what they say on the surface, they will convince you. Dig down and find the truth, and you will see why the conservatives and most Americans who love this country are up in arms about what Obama is proposing and what he is doing, even though it goes against the wishes of the majority of the people. The other day, a member of the Parliament of England, Daniel Hannan, talked a good talk against the Prime Minister of England, and in it he said one of the most memorable lines of his speech. He said, "Mr. Prime Minister, you have run out of our money." This speech, my friend, was given without a teleprompter. People, we need to say this same thing to our representatives in Washington, D.C., because they are in denial about this. What we need to say is, President Obama, Pelosi, Reid, Frank, and others, you have run out of our money, and we will not give you any more. Fix this mess now. We will not allow you to continue to perform generational theft on our children and grandchildren. And a note in closing, tomorrow, March the 31st, or actually on Tuesday, on March the 31st, is going to be a birthday of a good friend of ours here at Wise Conservatism. She is a conservative black lady who I have much respect and love for. Her blog, Poor Girls Zone, is another staple of conservative values being taught here on the internet. She will be continuing, I hope, in the war against socialism that the president and his cronies are pushing on us. She is a great ally to have in these times. So to Sian Anna, happy birthday to you, and I hope this one will be the best one ever for you. This is Wise Conservatism's video side chat for this March the 29th and 30th of 2009. Tune in to Blog Talk Radio at www.blogtalkradio.com/Wise Conservatism for the next Wise Conservatism Radio at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays, and that is today, my friends, and at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless you all. Have a great and wonderful day.